All right, I need to address this immediately. This woman just broke the grocery store's computer by saving too much money. I'm not kidding. The register could not handle the amount of discounts that she had. And before we watch this, let me get a drink of my celery juice.
I think you need to take a break. Take it's time.
What do you think, Hallie? Should mommy take a break from couponing?
85% of American consumers make a shopping trip for food at least once each week. But Rochester, New Hampshire's extreme couponer Catherine doesn't need to go to the grocery store that often because her savings obsession is...
Okay, her binder looks like my baseball card collection growing up. I'm not faulting somebody for trying to get ahead and trying to win with money, but I don't know if couponing has a good ROI.
Already brought the grocery store to her family.
My name is Catherine, and I'm the princess of paper products. Oh, yay! Paper towels! If I go into the store and I'm gonna save more than 98%, it's like a little kid on Christmas morning. It's like, oh my God, I did it!
Though Catherine works full-time while raising 2 young children with her husband Tom.
I mean, 90% is
she's been
pretty
mastering
good.
coupon strategies for the past year and a half. In that short stretch, Catherine's amassed a 4-walled, floor-to-ceiling stockpile worth over $30,000.
This is my stockpile.
She's ready if the apocalypse comes.
Completely. I usually just bring the bags in, toss it on the floor, and it magically appears on shelves.
Despite 200 boxes of pasta, 400 boxes of dryer sheets, and a freezer full of savings, Catherine's most treasured collection is her massive supply of paper products.
Up top, napkins, toilet paper, 60 boxes of tissues. And up here, this is my
You
most...
guys remember COVID when people collected toilet paper? That's what's happening.
Here, this is my most prized possession, is my paper towels. I have 400 rolls of paper towels. They're double stacked, so there's more in the back. The only way that they'll ever get ruined is if, God forbid, we had a water break. And if we do, I've got plenty of paper towels to clean up the mess.
Catherine's always able to reel in deals because her strategy is to scout before she shops.
I like to come in ahead of time because it gives me a chance to check out what sales are going on, any in-store specials. This is the reason why I shop at this store. Not all stores do this. They hang the coupons right here at the product, which makes it much easier for you to use coupons.
After scoping out specials and pre-ordering desired items that are in short supply, Catherine returns home to fine-tune her game plan. Combining deals printed from online databases with coupon inserts from 10 newspapers she buys every Sunday, Catherine makes organizing her binder a family activity.
Mommy, am I doing good?
Yes, you're doing perfect.
Today, Catherine is not planning her usual purchases. Seeing the stockpile grow out of control, Tom has asked her to skip.
I'm curious how much time she's investing in doing this and how much money she's actually saving, because we can actually do a calculation to figure out her dollar per hour. And I'm just having a feeling that it's not going to make her much money, and she has a better opportunity to actually spend her time elsewhere to make more money.
Scale back, meaning tomorrow's trip will be Catherine's last haul for 6 months.
I think she needs to take a little break, stop and smell the roses, because at this point, all she smells is the paper from coupon clipping, We're running out of space, honestly.
I know. I'm going to stock up on things that...
Hey, let me guess, paper towels.
My goal today is to spend about $750. After all my coupons, I'm hoping to spend no more than $30 for everything. I want to show him what I'm going to be missing for the next 6 months.
Deal?
Deal.
Tom and Catherine each bring a
Hey, at
card
least she
and a
planned.
wallet
6
as she
months is a
grabs her
long time.
coupons for one final trip before giving her binders a rest.
I feel like a lot of people could benefit from just planning ahead with their finances. And so this is a good thing that she's doing. She is planning ahead. She's actually being responsible. Now, does she spend the best ROI type of hours doing this? I don't know. That's debatable. We'll see. But at least she's focused on helping herself and fixing herself. And that's always a good thing, because a lot of people don't even take it to that step and they don't care about themselves enough. And at least we're seeing active, support in favor of her family.
Actually, game plan. You've worked on this.
I have.
Catherine begins filling her carts with newly available boxes of sugar substitute.
Because this is a new product, the manufacturers like to put high-value coupons on them so that you'll try them and you're going to come back and buy
Now, what she's buying from a health side of things, that's not the way to go.
more. It's 99 cents. and the manufacturer has put $1 off on one box. So this makes it completely free. As a couponer, these are the deals you're looking for.
So get a couple.
I would push back on that because the cost of eating McDonald's is not $5, it's your health. The cost of eating bad, poorly processed foods that aren't healthy for you is not the 99 cents that she thinks she's getting for this. It's her health, and her health will decline if she continues to go cheap on food. You need to buy quality, non-processed food so that you're healthy long-term, so that one, your health bill stays good, but also you feel good and you can produce at a high level. So going cheap on food or going cheap on your health or going cheap on any investment for yourself, and food being an investment for yourself, is extremely important to spend money and actually align your budget with understanding it's a valuable thing to be healthy. So a lot of people are going for the cheapest thing from a dollar perspective because they're in the matrix, they're matrix monkeys still, and we want to get out of that matrix monkey mindset. We want to stop thinking that just because the dollar amount is less does not mean the cost that is the cost. Value versus cost is a big conversation I have often, and value is what you actually get from, X product that you buy or service that you buy. The cost of that is a lot different than the value. And if the cost of this is so grand that it's actually way more because of the health that we're risking here, is that worth the 99 cents? Absolutely not. This is coming from somebody that talks about value versus cost all the time. The difference between rich and poor is the rich will ask what the ROI or value is. The poor will ask what the cost is, and they'll only see the cost of the dollar. They won't see all of the other impacts that will have on your life. When you're investing in yourself, let's say a mentorship or access to a community, we talk about Budgetdog Academy all the time, that's an investment in yourself. The ROI is much greater than the cost. It's a net positive. So if it's a net positive and you're rich and you have that right mindset and you're not a poor person, you're not going to just look at the cost. The cost is the way to go broke and the way to stay broke. And I used to be that person, which is why I'm talking about this, and how I went from literally a negative $8,000 net worth to multiple millions to financially free was because I changed the idea of when I look at something and I assess something, it's my mindset behind it. I'm not looking at the cost. I'm looking at the value, tying it back to the cost, making sure there's a net benefit, and that only makes sense.
Couple. It's free.
Yeah.
Next on Catherine's list is a supply of paper towels so large, she had to pre-order them during her sales stakeout.
Paper towels.
Uh,
They are regularly 99 cents. I have $1 off any one. Completely free.
how many of those are you getting?
240.
And here's the other thing. Just because there's a coupon for something doesn't mean you need it. How much of a necessity is all of this stuff? There's a point in your life where you don't need more stuff just to have more stuff. It's actually not going to bring you more value. If anything, you might have gotten this for free. You might have gotten this for, $1, but now you just hoard your entire house with stuff that you probably aren't going to use. And I'm a big believer in minimalism and less. Less is more in every area of life. This is a good example. So just because you get something, the cost and the mental burden of having a bunch of stuff actually can take you backwards. So again, not looking at just the cost of, hey, it's free. It's not free. There's no such thing as a free lunch, and everybody that's wise knows that saying.
After nearly an hour and a half of shopping, Catherine heads to the dairy aisle for milk. Each gallon retails for $3.49, but she has 2 coupons for up to $5 off each gallon, making each gallon free.
Milk coupons are rare, so when you get them, it's a great deal.
Catherine completes her shopping list worth over $700 and rolls into checkout, eager to bring her final haul within her $30 budget.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What's my total at right now?
And honestly, the people that ask, they're so obsessed with price and so obsessed with cost, they never get ahead. I don't have one rich friend that is obsessed with the cost so much. They're just worried about the value, and they're not really hyper obsessed in that. They're obsessed with creating value and obsessed with ROI. They're not obsessed with looking at the exact cost as she's ringing it up. Those people are honestly the worst, and they annoy the hell out of me.
Not gonna be paying that when I leave here. It's going up. It's going up. You're at 70206.
Biggest I've ever seen.
As long as we get that number down at the end, I'll be happy.
Your total before your coupons is $882.06.
Was there a problem with that coupon?
Yep, I'm gonna have to put them through manually.
Well, the first coupon scanned was already a problem, so I'm hoping that the rest of the coupons are going to...
How much effort and how much stress goes into this process? You know, she's sitting there worried about one coupon not working that might take off 30 cents for a particular item. How much is that worth it? You know, you're spending... Where wealthy people spend their time is high ROI activities. They don't stress about little pennies.
Scan and drop.
After the initial glitch, Catherine's coupons each scanned correctly, slowly whittling down the register's total.
It's coming off slowly.
I like a diet.
There's still a stack. This is my safety blanket right here. This is like dollar bills right here. So the total's going down. We're at 290, 280, 270. We're down under $200, and all of a sudden I hear a beep. And I know it's a beep that's not a good beep. Uh-oh. What's
I mean, she's already saved like $500. Like, what's she freaking out about?
that mean?
Her, she's worried.
I don't like that sound. Whew. Did it go hot in here? Because I'm starting to sweat now.
Yeah, it looks like we have a failure in the system.
Catherine's order is frozen in the cashier's register, and the floor manager is unable to override
I told you she broke the actual register.
the computer.
It's reached a limit, I believe, inside the system.
Okay.
And it's basically shut it down. So the store manager himself is calling the help desk.
The manager's walking down. He's not really smiling at this point. He's on the phone.
Transaction
The theatrics.
item limit must tender. What happens if you hit OK?
I can hit cancel.
I'm kind of nervous that they don't know if they're going to be able to fix this problem.
With over $170 hanging in the balance, Catherine waits for a solution that will allow the use of her remaining coupons, because paying full price on her final haul simply isn't an option.
We've never had a transaction this big probably in the history of our company. The only way we're going to be able to continue doing this transaction is to cash it out as if the customer's paid. Then we can ring in her remaining coupons after and apply it to, deduct it off the $170.35.
Although checkout can now continue, all the remaining coupons must be entered manually, leaving more room for error and keeping Catherine on edge.
Your last coupon.
All right, what's my total?
Your total before your coupons was $882.06. Your total is $18.35.
20! Woo! And I get change back. Today went great. It was almost $900. I paid less than 20. We had a little bit of drama with the computer, but I'm happy it all worked out.
Catherine's haul includes 40 loaves of frozen garlic bread, 100 bottles of water, 240 rolls of paper towels, and 279 packs of gum. The retail value of her purchase totals $882.06. Using coupons, she paid just $18.35, a 98% savings that will tame her couponing habit for the future.
It's definitely a shopping trip that was worth stopping for the next 6 months.
Realistically, I don't give it no more than 30, 40 days. If she was to stop couponing altogether, life wouldn't be normal.
So think about this as a reverse way to think about the whole situation. So if she saved, let's call it $850 in total that one time. She's going to do that twice a year because she goes every 6 months. So let's say she saves $1,600 a year. Would it not be better to create value in our economy to then generate much more? I'll give you a good example. If you create a product or service that is $500 itself, that is let's call it 3.5 clients, right? So if you got a $500 product that you created or a service and you were selling to the out there in the market, you would then have a $1,500 to $2,000 type of gain. But not only that is you have exponential scale potentially depending on what that service and product is. So you're going to be able to generate way more money. And how much time, they never really said how many hours went into that process, but I could imagine a pretty good amount of time. So let's just say that was a 20-hour type of deal. If we're looking at specifically, let's call it an $850 savings over 20 hours, we're making $42 an hour on a very small scale. So it's not that great of a return. It's not a bad return, but instead of focusing all the time and effort there, the reason wealthy get wealthy is because we don't focus on the brokey activities like extreme couponing. We think about ways to generate value for society to then actually earn income at scale, and it's exponential versus something that's going to be twice a year for $800 savings at max. Just not where you want to spend the time. But here's what really got me. Her husband said that he gives her 30 to 40 days max until she's back shopping. And you know what? I found her recent TikToks and he was right. So if you want to see what this stockpile looks like now, make sure you subscribe so you can see it next week.